Okay, testing 1, 2, 3. Testing the audio. I think we're good. I'll try to test it somewhere else. Okay, testing 1, 2, 3. All right. So let's give it a shot one more time.
Right. So let's give it a shot.
And remove the feedback. Right on. Okay. So here is the workspace. Should be able to see it now. The idea today is to work on this. I mentioned in a previous video that I created this VS Code theme. Let me put it back. This VS Code theme, and it was born like that, like a VS Code theme, and I called it Tlapalli, which means color in Nahuatl. And there's a whole explanation video for the project in my YouTube channel. But then I realized I would probably want to also create a Z theme for it. So I'm just going through the different colors and get ready for a flashbang. I will be changing colors here again to the light mode. So here we go. Same thing, right? You have different colors here that you can switch to. And this landing page is essentially the showcase for it. Right now I have my settings for Mac in what's it called, reduced mode, but reduced motion, what's it called, reduced motion, I think. It's gonna be in accessibility settings here. Motion. Why didn't I see it before? Okay, so here I have this turned off, but then you can see if I turn it on, the web page behaves a little bit differently. So let me refresh it, probably better idea. So you can see there's a little bit of an animation there, and I will switch back to auto. up here you can see there's the selected theme and stuff, and when you scroll down, there's a little bit of an animation in there. So the images fade in and scale in as well, scale up, I guess. The sidebar over here and things like that, right? So there you go. This is basically the landing page for the VS Code theme. And there's one project I am in need to update, I guess, and the one that I will be working on today is how to get the different screenshots, because as I showed you before, if I switch to a different theme, I should get the same exact basically piece of the software, but with the color applied. So if I were to change between those two, you can see it's the same portion of the UI. It's just a different variation of the theme itself, right? So yeah, this is what I want to work on today. But for the Z implementation, like I said, so let me show you real quick here. This is Z, and I already ported the theme. Excuse me. And I can do this, change the theme to whichever of them I prefer. And we do have the light ones as well. Sorry about that again. But there's these, the light variations for the themes. I did go through them manually and tweaked the colors a bit. So let's say that the theme is already useful, right? Might not be perfect, but you can actually use it. So let's go back to dark mode because I'm more comfortable with it. And hold on a second. Okay, and now, so now that I have this, I would like to add it in some way to the landing page that I added, right? Let me turn off the motion again. Yeah, I think this is better for sharing stuff. So I want those same kind of screenshot crops for another section of this landing page or another route maybe. I will figure it out later. But I want to do the same. And to do that, what I did before was I created this project. And I explained that on the video a little bit for the intro of the landing page. I should probably also link that there. But the idea is that I have a script that will grab all the screenshots, and then I have templates. So let me see what's the best way to do this. So first, yeah, the idea is to grab the screenshots first. So you can see here, let me go for, yeah, the dark ones. There's going to be amethyst and then fire opal and so on and so forth. What you can see is I take all the screenshots and then I go through the particular template that I want. So let's say I want to open that template with, now let's do, yeah, reveal in Finder. And let me see if I can open it with, yeah, there we go. So there's going to be a little bit of flashbang again because this is in light mode, but here we go. So now we have a screenshot, right? And I think I have, yeah, that's okay. I have a screenshot with this red rectangle, transparent rectangle here. And as you can tell by the title name, activity bar is basically saying, okay, grab this portion of the application of the image, and then that's what we will crop. And I could do that manually here, right? So I could take this object and then let me show you here. I will grab this and press shift and grab this one and then go, I think it's object clip set, and this is how you do it on Inkscape, right? But I didn't want to do this manually every time, so I could show you, for example, the widgets. Let's say here's another one, and this one is already clipped. So if I did object clip release, then you would see this is exactly how I did it, right? So I take the image and then clip it to whatever this portion I want, and then that's how I repeat everything, right? But I wouldn't want to make this manually because, well, that would take a lot of time. So yeah, let's close this without saving, and then probably, yeah, let's remove this. Yeah, it's fine. We'll create another, like a brand new template, because what I have here is the dimensions for the MacBook Pro screen, but I don't want the MacBook Pro screen dimensions anymore because I am on an external display, which is a little bit less, I don't know, the resolution is different, I guess. That's what I want to say. So since the resolution is different, I will need a different kind of template and stuff, so that's fine. So like I was saying, there's a couple of scripts which are important here. The grab screenshots one, and this in particular, what it does is, if I remember correctly, it goes through the different themes and it will do basically this on VS Code, right? So it will trigger this command and then look for the theme. So let's do quartz. And if I do this, and then if I did hit enter here, then I would get the theme. And as you can tell, this is how you do it in VS Code, right? So by having the theme names here, I will be able to then tell the automation, go to VS Code and then try to change the theme and use these particular strings for that. Then these will be the it's not a prefix, it's a suffix for the file names, if I am correct, right? So Obsidian Dark is the one, but then if I go to, say, extensions, yeah, you get the same name. Yeah, so that's cool. That's okay. So, and then you can see here, I created these directories because of this command. With this command, I created those because they came from the templates, I think. And yeah, so you can tell here we are telling the application VS Code to activate, and then yeah, this will be important for that part because I needed to take a screenshot of that one here. As you can see here, there's this Yaikoa View title here, which is the name of the project, and that's part of the title bar on that particular window, right? So I guess that will be important as well. And then this is just printing out the name. And yeah, I think. Oh, I remember now. So I ditched the idea. Sorry about the explanation before. So I mentioned that you could do this and then change the color theme manually, but it's obviously easier if we went and updated one particular file, which is here. So this file within the .vs Code folder has this key, color theme, and if we were to update that, so let's do not a light one because I don't want to switch in between dark and light that often. But let's do this. So this is essentially what the script will do. It will go and try to update that part, and if I save the file, then you can see the theme changed, right? So that's essentially what's going to be doing. It will change the settings.json file, and it will update the workbench.color theme key. Then screen capture that window and then put it into this file name. Once it's done with all of that, then it will output this little message. Right on. So, yeah. So now that we know how this works, I want now to do the same for Z. So I already opened the Yaikoa View project again, or yeah, because that's kind of like I mentioned before, the kind of like the benchmark thingy that I use to check if the TypeScript files, CSS files, Vue files, even JSON look okay. And if they do, then I'm okay with the theme being that color and stuff. So I'll just use that repository as my, like I said, like kind of like my benchmark. And I think this is the state where the VS Code is also the screenshot looks like. So let me go up here. Yeah, it does have the options for the npm run task options here. So now that I just set up everything and give you all the context, hopefully, let's get on with it. So I already switched to my Tlapalli screenshots folder here. And what we can do now is tell OpenCode that this project was born or was conceived initially for VS Code, but I created Z version Actually, let me check real quick. If I'm not mistaken, there is also a Yeah, I think if I create a new folder and I call it .z, was it like this? I don't remember. But let's see. Yeah, actually, let me look for that real quick. Actually, let's just let OpenCode do the thing. Yeah, let's see if Big Pickle can do that for me. Oh well, but I would need then to I would need then to yeah have it right into this project, which I don't really want that to happen. So let's just go back here and say settings file, all settings. Styling settings. Yeah, but I need the like the actual file. Terraform. All settings, settings profiles. Is it this? Appearance themes. Let's try and see if this helps. I don't remember what was the oh, come on. Is there a .z settings folder for the editor? And it says, yeah, settings.json. So yeah, I vaguely remembered that. But then let's do theme is not allowed, right? So what are the properties that are allowed? That's just theme. Yeah, theme. This is interesting. Oh, wait. Theme. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's going on here? All right, let's see. I did change one other project maybe. So let's open up this one. Okay. And then here it is. Ah, great. But this doesn't have the theme. yeah, I don't remember how or where. What was the? All right, let's go back to the documentation for here. Theme settings. Two forms, either as the name of a theme or as an object containing the mode, dark, and light theme for the Z UI. Default is want dark. Sure. But then I suppose what I'm not doing right is the actual file. Oh, this is way too large. Installing new themes, building them, configuring a theme. You can set them out or ignore them. Toggle them. Overrides. Theme overrides, maybe? No, because this is for the different. Yeah. This is for specific keys inside the theme. Store new themes locally. This is not what I need, not what I want. I am not finding working with code, running and testing terminal, agents, skills, account and billing, business, customization. Am I looking at the wrong place? Maybe you can't do that then. Yeah. Independent themes for different Z folders. Oh, okay. I think this is the issue. Use different themes for different Z windows. Yeah, I think I'm running into the same thing here. Yes. Okay. Explicitly in the docs, but not theme. Not sure why. And then they explain here why. Okay. Yes, I guess there's a specific issue for that. Interesting. So we're figuring out that this is not possible. Okay. So June 3rd. Okay. So we wouldn't be able to do it there, but that means then that I should take a different approach then for, you know, just creating the screenshots, which is fine. Okay, so let's get OpenCode doing the thing then. Theme, and I want to also grab screenshots for, yeah, check the script that looks for VS Code window. Applies changes to then obtain screenshots of all the variations of the theme. What we need to do is a similar script that works for Z. And let's see. Maybe the agent will figure out that there's no way to do that in Z. But now that we have that knowledge, we can probably help it if it doesn't really know what's going on. Let's see if that's enough information for them. Okay. And yes, probably I could create the screenshots myself and spend a little bit of time switching the theme and creating the screenshot. But why spend time doing the work if you can automate it and take way more time trying to automate the thing, right? Okay. So I have a good understanding of the VS Code script. Yes, it doesn't really know, right? I would ideally use 2, but I don't think words theme override that way. So 1 it is. The first one, yes. If I'm not mistaken, the names are the same. Let me double check that though. So, command KT. Yeah, the names are this. I'm sorry about that. The names are the same. Yeah, they should be the same. Same names. Okay. Not having an office has its challenges, you know. um, I'm right now in the common space for the entire house, and people come and go, and things have to be done. But it's okay. Uh-huh. So I would ideally use to yes, confirm. Uh, I don't recall. So let's do a cut of this or something. Yeah, so what we have here is, where's the theme though? Theme. There you go. Okay, let's just copy the entire thing here. I don't think that needs it, but yeah, let's just paste it here. Get window ID utility. It doesn't really know how that works. I think it was a Homebrew utility. Yeah, I don't remember. Get window ID. Yeah, I think I installed it via Homebrew. Yeah, let's put just that I don't remember. Or let's do okay. So I guess if I was actually live and people were looking at this and they knew about the, I guess, limitation for Z and the independent themes, I would have known that a little bit faster. Okay, so screenshots Z. Okay. Yep. Same theme names. It will have to have permissions to edit this file. Okay. Open questions. Okay. It doesn't really know what the process name is. The output directories would be images Z. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, this is a different thing. Yeah. The templates, I will do them myself. There's no need for the UI to create those. And yeah, it does reload, I think. Actually, let's try that then. Oh, so, sorry. Uh, this one. Here's my file. Okay. And what we need to do is bring in the Z window so we can see it side by side, right? So this is going to be a little bit confusing. Let's change the theme on, instead of gold, let's do obsidian. And I guess it's 0, 0. There you go. So if we were to do that, it will automatically reload. Okay, that's fine. So that's what we wanted to know. Let's move that back here. And we don't need this anymore. Output directory. Yeah, we saw that already. Yes, let's proceed. By the way, having a great time with my extension. You can see up down below here, I am listening to Panteon Rococo. This is a very good song. And I can pause and play. This is extension I wrote in the last kind of stream that I did. So if you want to go watch that, you're more than welcome to. I don't know if I should be creating like clips and things that are more interesting with all the parts that were actually doing things to make it work. But I really don't want to spend too much time with that right now. So we'll see. Maybe that it's a good idea to bring in the AI for that and have it automatically grab that stuff. It's different from my work with the podcast, but I'll talk about that later. Okay. One thing to verify when you first run it. If it doesn't work, we'll try with Z. Sure. Yes. Okay. So I guess we could do. Yeah, we could do that in a different window. And let's do. Gosh, I wanted new. Okay. So projects, screenshots. Yes, the one. Okay. See if that works. Hey, hey, look at that. It's actually working. And it didn't really look for. Oh, hold on a second. So this is gonna be interesting. As you can tell here, I am looking at a Moshly view, which is a different project, and it's not Yaikoa view. But since we are only able to switch themes globally, then something interesting is gonna happen. Because I don't think these are the images we'll get, but rather, whereas here, these images. Let's see if I'm not mistaken. And we'll look for images Z now. Oh, there's no files in here. Why? No, we were doing so well. Okay. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Maybe it's because the it didn't find the window itself because I mistakenly used the different project. Okay, so let's close that. Yeah. This is what happened. Could not create it because it couldn't find the window. Yeah. So let me move this to the actual window and actually close these. Don't save. Yeah, and we'll remove this folder. There we go. Let's just put the cursor there and switch to iTerm again. And I really like enjoy looking at this and having the themes being kind of cycled, because it kind of tells me how close they are one to another and how different they are also for the different highlighting that I added to the theme. So let's see. It could not find the window because it does find this part, I think. Could not create image from window. Okay. So, let's just paste the output here. Let's paste the output here and keep it in plan mode because I don't really like having it immediately doing changes, making changes on the project. So it's going now through the, I guess, the manual for get window ID. The app bundle name. Okay. So yeah, it was an easy change, I guess. It was an easy enough change, I suppose. Oh, and it's running it itself. Okay. Yeah, you can see it here. I turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 8th one. Okay. Now, I should have gotten. Yeah! Oh, this is so cool. Yes. Haha. All right. So now we have, yeah, the different themes. This is awesome. This is what I wanted. This is precisely what I wanted. Cool. It worked. It worked. It worked. Awesome. 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 So what we could do now is, oh, I don't have a repository for this yet? How come? Wait, wait. Wow. I thought I did. That's okay, I guess. Yeah, let's just create one then. This is interesting. I was pretty sure I did have. I just need, let's say, I actually don't need the entire. What I want to do is, well, git ignore. Yeah, I didn't. Blah, 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 blah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Current file. Git ignore. let's ignore the images folder. And the images Z folder. The output itself. Why does this autocomplete with the... Is there a difference? I don't remember. Templates are okay. I should keep those. Probably this is what I need. I'll commit these, maybe. Yeah, sure. Oh wait, or I'm good. So let's also now the another script that will take SVG files created in Inkscape for delimiting the clip areas for the different UI portions. Something like that. Okay, let's publish this repository because I like it. Great song, by the way. All right. Okay, so the next step will be to bring in Inkscape. Yeah, I'll show you how I created the other one like from scratch, which I think could be interesting. So let's now open up the... Let's do the Obsidian one. Copy the image. I think I can copy that directly. Yeah. Okay. So now it will have the dimensions of the screenshot that I took, which was, yeah, full HD. And what we want to do now is probably duplicate. I just hit Command D, and I have two of them. And then we want to convert this object to guides. And that's important because what I want to do now is grab the rectangle tool, remove the stroke paint, and let's say I wanted to just grab the, I don't know, the terminal down below. Oh, and you can see they're not snapping here, so I need to turn that on. Now I can snap it down below there and say I want that part. And for that, let's do the fill and the color. Wait, where's the saturation? Yeah, I need to up the saturation. Yeah, something like that. You know, I could also do like something like this. Just make it more transparent, just enough that I can see enough here. So let's say I wanted this, for example, right? And what we also need to do is, I think, configure I think we need to configure the properties. It should be resize the content. There you go. All right, And now we can save this as actually let's do a new folder here, new folder, we'll call it Z. And now we can do, wait, always get this behavior, okay, terminal or something, right? So now that we do that, now we will have the template, right? Because we have the, I'm thinking, the rectangle. I think this is fine. Having the rectangle and the image should be enough. Okay, so now if we go to the clip image, I can show you real quick here. This was essentially also created with AI, so I can't remember exactly like the back and forth we had. But yeah, you find the clip shape, the last rect, there you go. And then, yeah, you crop it. Essentially the idea. So I think that should work. Let's just give it a shot. And the way you run that, if I'm not mistaken, well, let's actually look at this. So grab Z and then clip. Clip does take some input. So I mean, that's okay. You see, now it's looking for templates undefined. Oh yeah, I guess what we wanted here. Yes, sorry. So the args, it will tell me where the template is. So let's try templates Z, and then we can tell it that there's a terminal. Oh, but then it will try to grab the images from the wrong place, right? Okay, so yeah, let's go back here instead. I created a templates Z folder with my first SVG template for the clip script to consume. We need to update it. So I guess this was a little bit more involved, and also taking into account that I didn't know something about the problem. But we are in within the hour, but I think we are very close to being done today as well, which is really good. All right. Yeah, images there, and the output is hard coded as well. Yeah. Uh, would this be the best idea? maybe just a Z flag. And it would create the folders by automatically. I don't want to have to remember specific flags later on, but we still want some order in the way we manage the Z files, these code files. Okay, node clip images. Output, yeah. Grab the template from templates Z2 by default. So clip Z. Terminal SVG loads the template from templates. I just want to make my life easy, but without making a mess with the files, I guess. I don't know, actually. Let's see. Because the images... Yeah, maybe it shouldn't be templates Z, but maybe templates Z actually. And this would be a sibling to sibling. How do I move this to be a sibling of the wait. Here, right? Move. Yeah, there we go. Instead of yeah. Actually, since we have images Z, I just moved templates Z to templates Z instead. I guess it agrees with me, but then it's not. You're totally right, or what was it for the? You're absolutely right thingy. Okay. Now we have templates and templates Z, images and images, output Z as well. Awesome. Yeah, I think this works better. Yeah, I like this. Recortarla. Okay. It's gonna be updating the here. All right, this is what I needed. I need this to know what changed. Okay, great. And then we will have a clip Z task here as well. By the way, if you have any um, feedback about the theme, the different variations that I've been showing with the extension, title extension, and this script that I am updating now. That'd be nice to know if you have thoughts about the theme. Um, okay. All right. Let's try with this command now then. I think we can do this. And so that means that we will get another, yeah, here we go. And just like that, you can see now. This is awesome. I this is so satisfying with when things work like this. You know, I really like it. So there's a little bit of a debug output here, just in case. And then you can see that this uh, reflects, I guess. It matches um, whatever we did with the Inkscape file, which is no longer open. Let me open it up again. Inkscape terminal. Oh, let's see. Why don't I see that file? Let me open it up from here. All right, here it is. We close these. So yeah, maybe maybe I cropped way too much from the editor itself, and all I need to do now is just bring it down a little bit more. Save the SVG file. Let's see if we actually need to close it. I don't think we do. But then, if I run the script again, you will see how this updates, right? So it's no longer that tall on that part, I guess. Ha! So yeah, it worked. Now we have a new script, a new kind of setup, new infrastructure, I suppose, that will allow us to create more templates, which, by the way, look like this. If you are interested, an SVG file is essentially XML that will define or declare different parts of what it looks like. So you can see it's a gigantic key here that has different attributes, and those attributes will determine what is being shown. In this case, we only have, let's see if I can actually show you. Here's a named view, and you can see the guides here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, those will be the little lines. Excuse me. The lines that we have here. So 1, 1, 2, and then 3 and 4 down below. Those are the guides. Then we have the image, which is the one I copy pasted, and somewhere in there we should have the the rectangle that we draw on top of the image. So that's it. That's how that works, but we have the benefit of having the UI where we can actually see where everything is happening there. So yeah, what we could do is now create more of these templates and then grab more screenshots. So the next thing will be probably I don't think I will, you know, live stream the whole process because I already showed you how it was, what it looked like. But what I can share later on is maybe updating the website with the new screenshots from the Z stuff. So let me know if you're interested in that, and you'll probably get noticed if you subscribe or whatever it is. Uh, Hit the bell button thing for the upcoming live streams and stuff. And thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you later. Okay, bye.